It's time for the absolutely... I'm on my way! Completely! I'm almost there! Random! Why are there so many stairs? Podcast! Oh, jeez! With Andrew Rhodes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the absolutely completely random podcast for Saturday, February 13th, 2021. I'm your host, Andrew Rhodes, as always, here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. And above all else, you know what time it is. That's right. What am I going to be talking about this week here on the podcast? Well, believe it or not, I'm going to be talking about the fall of Super Mario Logan. That's right, the YouTube channel that I think, honestly, to just count its good graces that it didn't piss off Nintendo sooner. Seriously, I'll be talking about that. I'm going to be talking about the trading card anime list. That's right. You know, for when you want to watch an anime about trading cards, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Actually, I'm looking forward to this one. A man was arrested for selling unlicensed Demon Slayer cards. Oh, boy. That's never a good thing, either. Nico Okawa has lost her Evangelion royalties, according to her, after her husband scammed her. Ooh, that's, yeah, you're gonna love that topic. It's really good. And let me make sure I get this, pronounce this right. The Terraria devs have canceled their Stadia port over being shut out. Ooh, that's not a good sign, but yeah, don't worry. I'll explain all this and more this week here on the absolutely completely random podcast. Before we go any further into this, you know the song and dance. I'm sure you do by now. Everybody does. I've been doing this now, a video a week for this. For what now? Almost 5 years. It'll be like 5 years in September. Holy crap. Yeah, holy crap. It'll be 5 years in September. But you know the song and dance by now. ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. I have a lot of wide, fun-filled stuff for sale, including trading cards, DVDs, video games, action figure parts, you name it. One person's trash is another person's treasure. And remember, there's always a birthday coming around. I mean, those happen once a year, and they happen almost every day. So, of course, somebody you know somewhere might be having a birthday. Or there might be something that I have that you might find interesting. I do have some trading cards, some more trading cards I want to try to get up. I have some more, I have some computer games I want to try to get up. Some action figure parts I want to try to get up. A whole bunch of stuff. But hey, why am I digressing about this? You know, like I said, one person's trash is another person's treasure. Come on, swing by the worldwide garage sale that is eBay and check out my page. That's right, ARHOADS-2012 on eBay. And don't worry, you can also follow me, you know, if you're not fond of following me here on YouTube, but I don't know why you wouldn't be. But if you're not, you can also follow me over on Twitter at OtakuRhodes, and you can also check out the official Web Designer 18 Facebook page. But while you're here on YouTube, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you can be notified when new videos drop right here on the Web Designer 18 YouTube channel. Alright, so it's the part where we usually talk about how my week went. Actually, kind of fun, actually. So, here's the deal for how this week went. So, last Saturday, I recorded the podcast early in the morning, because just on the off chance weather might decide to get a little screwy, because they were supposedly calling for snow, and it did snow somewhat on Sunday. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to record early just to play it safe. Kind of glad I did. It did snow a little bit. But then I thought, I'm going to record early just to play it safe. Well, remember the electrical issue that I'm still dealing with, and I'm still dealing with it yet as of this recording. I have not heard back from the electrician yet, starting to get a little worried, but I got some people on my back about it, but still. The microwave, bathroom, my mom's room, and the other half of the living room came back to life about 1 o'clock last Saturday afternoon, and we're like, holy crap! Okay. You know, we weren't exactly, counting our blessings. We weren't, going, oh my God, it's a miracle. We knew it was a probably not going to last sort of scenario, so we were keeping a track on it. Well, I can officially say as of this morning, it went out. Either late last night or early this morning, it went out. So it almost lasted a week. Almost lasted a week, which is actually kind of interesting. I was back at work for the first time, I want to say, since start of January. My vacation's officially over. Boo. Yeah, I know. It's nice when I have like a nice vacation to unwind and recharge my batteries. It's also a nicer point of a vacation when I don't have family members up my backside because I'm on vacation, and when I don't have the house deciding to go on strike with half the electricity not wanting to work. Hey, the electric bill though was cheaper last month, so yeah, not exactly gonna be too upset. It's like, it's a little cheaper on the electric bill. That kind of makes it a little happier for me, I guess you could say. Oh, I'm not pissing out that much electricity anymore. It makes me kind of happy. There's that. But yeah, so that was happening this week. I did fix up the TV though, so we at least are able to watch stuff for the time being, so that does work out. Just really much else to talk about. I was checking a couple apps out. I did get a couple more rant videos and a couple discussion videos recorded so that everybody out there can finally, be happy about that. I'm working on it slowly because, like I've said so many times, I don't know what the situation is going to be like here going forward in the coming months. I don't know what's going to happen, if I'm going to have to quickly find another place to live. Because you have to realize that if I do end up moving, I'm either going to end up A, in an apartment, or B, in a small townhouse. There's going to be like a double-sided house. So basically two houses that are one giant house. And if that happens, it's not going to be a semi-detached. It's going to be in two houses in one. I'm not going to be able to do rant videos. In fact, I'm probably going to have to really, limit my, squawking that I do, because I have a very loud voice and that can piss off the neighbors. So if I do a rant video and I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, they're going to call the cops. I'm going to get in trouble. There goes the channel. So those things have to be kept in mind. So I'm trying to get stuff done as, so that there's stuff to go out. But keep in mind, this is basically one of those as it comes right now basis, because if it gets to the point where I'm not going to be able to do the channel anymore because of this, that's what's going to happen. I had a fun run. I've been doing this for at least a good almost 5 years. I had a good run. So if it happens, it happens. But yeah, I got some recordings done. I did put up one rant video on Thursday. I have a couple more to go up later on. So there is that. Like I said, I have 2 discussion videos that I recorded. I have a couple more rant videos that'll probably get made up. I just didn't feel like recording anything on Thursday because my throat was a little scratchy. Don't know if you can still hear it. It's kind of a little scratchy yet this morning, so there's that. And yeah, I'm recording this early again because of I had a feeling the electricity was going to get a little wonky again. This way, I'm covered again just in case. Plus, I updated my laptop this week, so I'm giving it a nice little break. It worked kind of hard. I got to get a battery for that yet. But yeah, so that's been my week. Basically just still waiting to hear back from the electrician as to what it's going to cost to get the entire panel replaced. Dealing with the inevitable, I'm trying to find another job because I'm pretty much under the assumption I'm going to have to move. It hasn't been officially said yet, but I'm pretty much leaning under that assumption. As much as I'd hate to say it, I'm kind of leaning that way, that's probably what's going to happen. So it's just a large amount of stuff. I'm trying to get rid of like a lot of my personal belongings so that I don't have that much to take with me, because I'm not going to have the money to rent out a moving van or anything. So I'm mostly literally trying to get as much of my stuff gone as I can so that I can make the transition a lot faster and easier, and that'll at least help out financially. But yeah, so there's that. That's all that's going on right now. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, just another same shit. I guess you just say same shit, different day. But yeah. So let's get into the podcast and let's talk about the topics I found this week, shall we? All right, so Super Mario Logan. I'm pretty sure all of you have known the channel. It's on YouTube thing. And by the way, I want to stress this to Nintendo right now. I'm on your side with this. I'm mostly bringing this to everybody's attention so that they can understand what the hell's going on. Please don't come after me. I did nothing wrong. So, you're going to love this. So, apparently, they were given a cease and desist by Nintendo. via email, which does kind of beg the question of the legality of this, but seeing as you can actually pull up a picture of the letter, I'm gonna probably go with extremely legitimate, so there is that. Because you figure Nintendo is not exactly a group of people that you mess with in the long-standing thing here. They are not a group of people that you want to mess with in any way, shape, or freaking form. So, of course, people are taking this as a weird, sort of, I don't know how to, I don't know how to put it this way. But this channel was a horrible idea. Look, I'm sorry. I hate being the type of person that says that a channel is a bad idea. I kind of want to be that person that's like, look, a channel is not a bad thing. You want to make something, you're creating content, but there's a very fine line between creating content and instigating something. And there is an extremely fine line. I mean, we're talking like very, very thin. So, for those of you that don't know, SML, or Super Mario Logan, as it was called, it can't be called that anymore, so it's SML now, was a channel on YouTube that basically had puppets of the Mario franchise, Super Mario franchise. There was Mario, Daisy, Bowser Jr., I think it was like the Wizard Koopa, or Koopa, yeah, I think it was the Wizard Koopa or something like that, but there was that stuff. And the channel started like, oh God, I was looking it up this morning. God, when the hell did that start up? Hold on, I still have it in history. When did that start? When did that freaking channel start anyway? The original video. Okay, it started apparently back in 2007. Apparently it was shut down though in 2018, but still stuff was put up. So I don't know, how legitimate that is. But, yeah, shit just hit the fan with this. And I want to stress something here again before I go any further into this. This channel had problems. I did see some of the videos. I'm not going to lie. A couple of them did find their way into, my viewing. And, oh, God, no, I wasn't exactly a fan of this. They had, like, over 60 videos deleted for violating YouTube's terms of service. Yeah, it was a horrible channel. I'm not gonna lie. And like I said, I mean no disrespect to the creator of the channel, but I honestly think at some point down the road you should have looked at this and thought, no, I'm not game for this. But yeah. So the channel was basically hit with a C&D by Nintendo of America. They are pissed. And first off, I want to say this to the, because this is Logan Austin 30 Acre is what the name is. This is the guy who created the channel. You were able to do this for how many years without Nintendo themselves? I mean, you pissed off YouTube, that was a definite. But without Nintendo themselves coming down on your ass, I would take that as my luck just finally ran out. I would have bought a lottery ticket. When you hit like a million subscribers, I would have just bought a lottery ticket because you obviously had a shit ton of luck. Because Nintendo did not find you, that's a miracle. But apparently Nintendo of America has now tracked them down, they found them, and oh, they're not happy. They actually have a letter up here. It's on the Twitter page, out of context, SML, but it's still the letter. It's straightforward what they're doing here. I'm going to read a couple pieces of it, because you figure if it's out there and you can pull it up via the internet, which is what I did, then, it's not something that's hidden or private. You had it available for everybody to see. So there is that. It's up on Twitter, for God's sake. So, this is under unauthorized use of the Nintendo brand in offensive video content. And, they're not even scratching the surface on that. Like I said, I've seen some of the videos. They're not even scratching the surface. So your content perpetuates discriminatory or offensive stereotypes while degrading and ridiculing members of the LGBTQ community, the Black Lives Matter community, mocking individuals with disabilities, objectifying women, trivializing sexual assault, using racist, sexist, homophobic and IBS terms. And I know I probably mispronounced that, but it's a really crappy screenshot of the letter, so please bear with me. I can't read it off the top of my... I can't really read it very clearly because it is really... It's like a really weird part where that word is, so I do apologize. In addition, your content further glorifies child abuse and regularly features sexually explicit content, including depictions and discussions about sexual assault and rape. You have profited from Nintendo's brand and intellectual property, caused confusion among Nintendo's customers and the public as to the source of this content, and tarnished the goodwill and positive reputation that Nintendo enjoys. And yeah, because remember, Nintendo took down Mario Kart, for God's sake. I'm amazed it took them this long to find this guy. I really am. Like I said, I've seen some of these videos. They're not the world's greatest. I'm not exactly a huge fan of it myself. It's the video where Mario... it's basically Mario characters living in a somewhat regular world. Mario's got the son Jeffy, who's mentally challenged. And basically, it's just a... Let me put it this way. When I watched a couple of the videos, I could feel my brain shutting off. I mean, I'm trying to be as neutral on this as I can, but I'm honestly with Nintendo on this one. You really... I don't know how to word it nicely here, but you got lucky. Let's just go with that. You got lucky. Basically, the letter came from a representative from Nintendo of America. I'm guessing the law office that represents them, according to page 2. No, it just says Nintendo of America. But, of course, certain aspects of this have been blocked off to prevent, information from being leaked out. So, yeah, you do have the blacked out information, like the addresses and all that. But they basically listed a group of people who this channel and these videos have offended. And they have named every single one of the YouTube channels on here that is under this moniker, because there was Super Mario Logan, Super Luigi Logan, Super Bowser Logan, Super Yoshi Logan, Super Wario Logan, Super Waluigi Logan, and Super Daisy Logan. And corresponding registered Super Mario trademark that he was just completely, blowing apart with social media pages and merchandise at his store, smlmerch.com. Not to mention his freaking Patreon, pages. His Patreon, both of his Patreons. First of all, how the hell do you get 2 Patreons? That's worrisome. It's just a few of the countless examples of offensive and derogatory content found in your Super Mario videos. Acts of violence. These acts violate Nintendo's intellectual property rights, which is what they took down Mario Kart for, by the way, and go far beyond any notion of fair use. Oh, yeah. See, that was the thing that I knew because I know somebody out there was going to ask me to rant about this, and I'm not ranting about this. This is about all the further I'm going. It's a topic on the podcast this week. That's it. But basically, fair use could basically say, oh, look, you're parodying something. No, they're not he's not parodying this. And, okay, yeah, granted, it's you and your friends. You got together, you figure, hey, let's do some stupid stuff with the Mario guys. And, it's a good idea on paper. But then when you sit down and watch the video and you see what they did, it's no longer a good idea. Now it's, oh, God, what did we do? Ooh, no, ooh, wow, this was a bad idea. I don't know. I mean, I've watched, like I said, I've seen some of them. I've watched some of the videos, and it just boggles my mind that I'm like, oh God, what? Oh God. I mean, that's honestly where I'm sitting at here. Because I know some of the characters on there. You had what was it, Chef PP? You had Bowser Jr. was a character. Like I said, the Wizard Koopa. You had Daisy. You had Mario. You had the guy that Mario was renting a house from. It's the cop. There's just so many other characters on here. The teacher, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of offensive stuff on here. I mean, I was actually not happy watching those. I don't even know what possessed me to... Oh, alright, I know what possessed me to watch the one because somebody asked me to watch it and get my thoughts on it, and yeah, my thoughts were I didn't like it. That was that simple. But, oh yeah, no, this was, no. But then I like how the letter goes here that they, promoted their content as 100% family friendly. Your channel targets and attacks historically disadvantaged and or protected classes of people, including but not limited to. And the thing is, every single one that they list on here is right. They go after all of them. The Asian community, the black community, the Hispanic community, the LGBTQ community, mentally and physically disabled children, and women. They're right on this, and they literally were listing this channel as 100% family friendly. And then he has down, like, the things, this is for mature audiences. So, yeah, okay. So you're gearing this towards teenagers and up. Sort of like, you're assuming 13 and up, like the standard YouTube. But the problem is that you have sex jokes in here, profanity in here. You have, I think the part that pissed me off the most was the ridiculing of the mentally handicapped, which definitely pissed me the hell off. On this, you had Jeffy. It's just there was a lot wrong with this channel and a lot wrong with this content, and for Nintendo to finally come down on this, like I said, you managed to skirt for at least 13 years plus, almost 14 years, without Nintendo finding you. I would have considered, if I were you, I would take that as a miracle and just walk away. Just go, well, no, that's it. I'm good. We're good now. Okay, that's it. We're done. We're good. We're good now. But they did. They had a few things here that they immediately. I like this. Nintendo requests that you immediately. As I love this letter, by the way. This is one of the best letters. Even if it's just they just printed this out quickly to show people. No, I still, yeah, this is still basically an interesting thing. Rename all of your YouTube content to omit the use of Nintendo's trademarks in the channel or video titles. 2, cease all use of Nintendo's intellectual property to promote and publicize the content on your YouTube channels, including but not limited to titles, meta tags, keywords, and thumbnails. And 3, otherwise cease unauthorized use of Nintendo intellectual property in your videos. Nintendo reserves all rights, remedies, and defenses under federal law 17 U.S.C. 501 and 15 U.S.C. 1114, 1125, and all states and common law claims for unfair compensation or unfair competition. It just says competition. Okay, whatever. Basically, it's a cease and desist. It's a C&D. When Nintendo sends you a C&D, you stop. That's it. You're done. Nintendo is the Disney of the video game world. When Nintendo has their lawyers send you a C&D, you stop. You're done. That's it. Because Nintendo will just bury you. Look at Mario Kart. Nintendo buried them. Disney does it for entertainment. Nintendo does it in the video game world. And when you piss off Nintendo, you're pissing off Video Disney, basically. That's basically what it is. You're pissing off the Disney of the video game world. You're pissing them off. And I'm not going to lie. I mean, this doesn't mean that his channel has to basically go away. It just means that he can't use any of the Mario characters anymore. So no more Bowser, no more Wizard Koopa, no more Mario, Daisy. None of those characters can be used anymore. The regular puppets can still be used. The only issue is that you still have the problem with the content. While you don't think there's something wrong with it, there's a problem with it. And like I said, I wanted to stay as neutral in this as I can, but I'm with Nintendo on this one. I really am. I'm on Nintendo's side with this one. This is one of those few times where I'm not going to sit on the fence. I'm literally going to go right onto the other side and just hang with Nintendo on this one. Because, no. You basically, no. Because it's been a bad influence for kids. I'm not going to lie. It's just, it's horrible. It's horrible, basically. There are kids that can find this. I mean, look at the whole Copa thing that took place last year when it took over YouTube, because it was in the books for a while and it took over. There was a lot of channels that were instantly brought to the forelight on that. You had the Elsa Gate. You had, like, the toy reviewers, like Bolt Matrix and them, that got heavily slammed. You had so many other problems. This is a channel that's using puppets. And that was the main issue that a lot of parents had in regards to this, especially going forward when Copa went full steam, was the fact that there are channels with puppets that were attracting young children to watch this. Like, hey, let's watch this, channel on here. Oh, this is a channel that's got puppets. Okay. Here it is. It's puppets. I mean, you gotta cease and desist. If it's real or not, because, I mean, this could have been made up by the freaking channel creator, for all I know. But why the hell would you joke about this? And if you're doing this because you want people to suddenly tune in, it's like, oh, well, I want them to, visit my channel, I'm not getting enough subscribers, and this is how you're doing it, you're barking up the wrong tree and fast. Because, honestly, this is not a good thing to do. You're joking about Nintendo sending you a C&D. If you're not, I consider yourself lucky you didn't get busted beforehand. Take it, walk away, call it a day. That's it. That's, honest to God, that's what I would do. I would look at that and go, well, that's it. We got lucky. We didn't get busted for a while. We got nailed. We're done. Call it a day. That's it. End of discussion. The fact that you're now... I mean, I don't know what's going to happen going forward. Just stop using the Mario characters. Problem solved. You want to do a channel with puppets having whatever the same thing this is, just without the Nintendo puppets, without the Mario characters. Go for it. Whatever floats your boat. I'm not going to watch your channel. I didn't even like the couple videos that I saw, so I'm definitely not your target demographic. I'm not your target audience. That's about as far as I really want to go with this. But, okay, it's going to happen. You're going to get crap. That's going to happen. There's really nothing you can say about it that's going to make a difference, but still, it is what it is. Whether or not you, want to accept that as, well, I screwed up, that's on you. That's entirely up to you. As far as I'm concerned, channel's done. I'm not, I really don't care either. It's just one less channel I have to deal with watching. It's one less channel I have to listen to. You got called out on it. That's where I stand. Like I said, I'm with Nintendo on this one. And the fact that you didn't get caught for that long, or I'm wondering if they did get caught and this is like their final warning from Nintendo. Because if it is, then you really screwed up. But if you went this long and you didn't get caught by Nintendo for using their characters, I mean, like I said, they went after Mario Kart after, a couple months that Mario Kart was originally operating, and then they just went after them. You didn't get caught by them sooner. I would have bought a lottery ticket, considered yourself lucky, because your luck just ran the fuck out, basically. That's where I was saying this. So, if you're a fan of that channel, sorry if you're not going to be happy that the Mario characters aren't going to be on anymore, but as far as I'm concerned, Nintendo... I'm with Nintendo on this one. I really am. I'm with Nintendo on this one. I found the videos offensive. I did. I found the videos offensive. I'm not your target audience, definitely. I found the videos offensive. That's a problem. So, yeah. That's all I got to say on that. Alright, let's face it. When it comes to anime, there's one style of anime. There's one type of anime that we all somehow, a guilty pleasure for some of you, or a somewhat lifestyle for others, or just a casual in-between for the rest of us, that we all admire, somehow, some way. The trading card anime. I mean, we have a crap ton of them. There's Card Fight Vanguard, Future Card Buddy Fight, there's freaking Yu-Gi-Oh! You have Burning Souls. Burning Souls is really good, by the way. I did like Burning Souls. I thought that was pretty cool. There's just so many of them. So of course, we haven't found a way to go inside, our favorite anime. Give me a few years, I might be able to create a dimensional portal that can crack the dimensional wall between us and our favorite anime. We can all finally go there. We can hang out with our favorite anime characters, in the, alternate dimension of which they exist in reality. But until that day comes, and until I want to say until the Vulcans can come and assist me with this, which is probably going to be a couple thousand millennia, so this is never going to happen. We have the next best thing. You have the trading card anime that get trading card games that you can basically play along with, to a point, mind you, because like a lot of people point out, though there is the whole Yu-Gi-Oh thing where, yeah, look, the original Yu-Gi-Oh, like the first season, you couldn't just summon the monster from your deck. You had to sacrifice it. You read the rules, it's like, yeah, and then you remember that, then you're like, well, why did this happen? Why wasn't this, like how it is in the show? Because the show was made before the trading card game was made. So they were still fixing up the rules for the game as the anime was going on. So there is that. But yeah, so an article with Otaku USA basically gives us a list here of anime that have their own trading card game applications. And oh, there's some in here that I didn't know, actually. I'm going to be honest, there's only 2 on here that I knew. There's only 2 on here that I knew. One of them is technically a cheating thing, though, in the article, so there's only 4, so there's only 2 that I didn't know, which isn't exactly bad. I mean, there is a lot more, and like I said, I could give you a couple extra ones on here that aren't on the list, but yeah, there's 5 of them on here. These are fun. And the best part is, in the case of, according to the article here, if you're looking for a way to deal in to your favorite series, or just something new to watch, check out these shows. You might even be able to pick up a deck. And in the case of one of these shows, the cards are free, apparently. So, ooh, this will be fun. So let's find out which one's free. So it starts off with Fate / Grand Order, and this is the one that's apparently a cheat. It's not technically a TCG, but it's got gotcha elements. It's invaded the world of tabletop gaming twice. You had the summon pencil servant as you roll, has you roll pencils to do battle, which it's exactly what it sounds like. Then there's the F/Go duel, which combines trading cards and collectible figures to make your own mini Holy Grail war, which honestly sounds pretty badass. Yeah, it's just, yeah, so the FGO duel scene is just starting up, but it operates pretty much like it's, like the mobile game. So if you know what you're doing with serving cards and craft essences, you have a chance at acting this particular battle. So that's actually pretty cool. The next one's Cardfight Vanguard, which I had mentioned earlier. This is actually the one that kind of got me back into Yu-Gi-Oh! This and Burning Souls. Because I was watching these, and I was like, this is a really cool show here, Cardfight Vanguard, and I was pulling these up because Bushiroad has their own official YouTube channel, and that's where I was watching a lot of this. Because I was watching, like, Future Card Buddy Fight on there, I was pulling up some Cardfight Vanguard on there. It's not a bad show. I'm going to stress that right now. The game, though, holy shit, you want to talk about expensive cards with trading card games. I mean, like, a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards is like $4.30 for me, but you figure about $4 or $5. These sons of bitches were like $6 for a pack of cards. You only got I think there's only like 5 cards that I got in a pack. I'm like, yeah, I got a better bargain with Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm sorry, I gotta get a better bargain with Yu-Gi-Oh! I get 9 cards in that, and it's a little cheaper. But yeah, so this one would keep you busy though, because if you want to watch this one, this is a multi-season one. The first season, massively cool, done, very well done. The second season, I remember Aichi was in, yeah, it's when he went to high school. Because I had to remember, I was thinking college, and I remember, no, wait a minute, you have to go to, you can actually pick high schools, and I'm like, okay, it was high school. And he started up a Vanguard club, which didn't go over very well. Ended up taking on all of his old friends from when he was in middle school, and I'm like, yeah, he should have just, that would have been cool. Maybe it was either way. Then you had the next season where he didn't have his deck anymore. He ended up having a new deck because apparently the Royal Paladins stopped existing. So he had the Golden Paladins, and then there was the whole, oh, well, you could do, like, different things in this one tournament. I just got confused. Then there was Cardfight Vanguard G, which also has its own set of multiple seasons to it. There was the very first one, which was really cool and amazing, that I really did enjoy. And then there was, like, the next few dozen down the road. And then there's, I mean, this is definitely, if you want to sit down and watch a card-based anime, Holy shit. And there's even a new anime coming out too for this. It just keeps going and going and going and going and going. Yeah, it's massively huge. It's a cute series about a boy named Aichi who delves from an exciting world of the TCG Blaster Blade, which actually is pretty cool. There was like a little manga you could get with, I don't remember, how the hell did I get that anyway? I think I got that with something that I bought. I don't remember. I still have it. It's pretty cool, but I was like, yeah. Oh no, I think it was a freebie that I got. It was a freebie I got. I don't remember where I got that freebie. Holy crap, I don't remember where I got that. But yeah, so he basically has this, like, he has this super powerful card that a friend of his gave him, and he cherishes it. But then the class bully takes it from him and decides, oh, well, I'm going to use this to beat the, jackass at the trading card shop. Well, the jackass at the trading card shop is the one that actually gave it to Aichi in the first fucking place. So then it's like, oh, well, Aichi and him take it on in a battle, and, he goes in and battles him then, beats him, and all of a sudden it's like, yeah, I really enjoy this game. I really like this. So then they ended up becoming a team and all this other stuff. He ended up meeting 2 other characters, and it went on for a while. But the first season, Aichi ended up getting this massively god-tier, like, cheat power called Psyqualia, and it allowed him to foresee his victory in the card battles, but it doesn't work all that well. That power, though, has already turned one person to the darkness, though, and Aichi basically had to decide if he want to go into the darkness or into the light, because he ended up having like a dark paladin deck. And I remember the battle with his buddy Kai had to be the one to bring him out of it, and he's battling him with his own deck. It was literally, if I remember the episode right, he was battling him with the Royal Paladins, and Aichi's using the Dark Paladins, and it's like he's literally going to show him that light will triumph the darkness. And it was a pretty cool episode, I won't lie. It was really good. He basically saved Aichi. It was really cool and touching. But yeah, I mean, because the kicker is that Aichi had to use the power of Psyqualia to basically beat him, and Kai could basically just... Kai was just a goddamn good card player. I mean, damn, the guy had fucking skill. So there was that. There's also like the alien world too in this, the planet Cray. I liked Cardfight Vanguard G, though, a little better, because the main character in that had a deck that nobody else had. Because with the original one, you could basically have everybody get the Royal Paladins. With G, it was, Chrono, it was the Chrono deck. And he was the only one that had that. He was, honest to God, he was the only one that had that. So that's actually pretty cool. But yeah, there is a new anime for that one coming out soon, so that's really great. The next one on the list is Wixos Diva Alive. Wixos has gone through a lot of forms as both a card game and an anime. The season's iteration sees it joining the idol scene as Wixos Diva Alive takes its players straight into the game itself. Diva Alive combines player with LRIG, as in an as yet unexplored option for the series, which usually puts players in control of separate characters. As players enter the virtual world, they take on the appearance of singers, dancers, and idols, and now they fight in teams of 3, meaning it's band versus band. For the trading card anime, this time around, it's currently underway on Crunchyroll. I did not ever know about this one, and honestly, it's kind of glad that I didn't know about this one, because I'd be out on this one. I'm not exactly up for a battle of the bands in regards to trading cards and virtual reality. I'd be out. The next one is ZX Zillions of Enemy X. I'm not even joking. That's literally how it goes here. It's freaking insane. What's the best way to get someone to play your card game? Give it away for free. Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, cool. Here we go. That's the freebie. That's the basis for the trading card game ZX Ignition, which came from the Broccoli title, ZX Zillions of Enemy X. In the game, you befriend and also battle creatures known as, you guessed it, ZX, hailing from alternate futures. There are multiple seasons of anime telling a connected story, but that's not the coolest part. The coolest part, though, Broccoli just gives these cards away. You can get them at their stores and build yourself a nice deck. Plus, they'll occasionally put out limited edition cards for special occasions, like the anniversary of their mascot, which is pretty cool. So this is literally a card game that they give you for free. Obviously, they don't know how business works, or businesses very well. Yeah, it's really kind of interesting there. Just get them at their stores, build yourself a nice deck. The cards are free. That's the best part. And of course, number one on this list is everybody's all-time favorite series. I mean, come on, this is what put card games back on the map, baby. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, well, aside from Season 0, except for, like, the last part of Season 0. But yeah. Yu-Gi-Oh! I mean, you knew this thing was going to be on here. I mean, there's, like, other ones on here, too. I mean, there's Future Card Buddy Fight. A Card Fight Vanguard G should have been on here instead of Vanguard. But then you also have a Burning Souls, as I watch Blazing Spirits, but you have Burning Souls in general. Duel Masters. Does anybody not remember Duel Masters? I fucking remember Duel Masters. I remember Duel Masters very well. I remember watching that on a Saturday night, 7 o'clock on Toonami when they used to have their 4-hour block. I remember watching that. Holy crap. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Has seen several seasons and iterations. The one we're all pretty much 100% sure we are never going to be getting in the U.S., and that would be Sevens, because obviously we're not meant to have that. We're not meant to have that wonderful show grace us with its presence. No, we're not supposed to see the light of that show give us the wonderful moments in life. No, that's not going to happen for us. So that freaking sucks, but still. But the original is where our minds always go. Basically, the manga is about a shy kid who awakens the spirit of a game master, which is basically, if you actually think about it, Season 0 is literally the manga. It kind of is. It's the manga put in the anime form. It's in dubbed Season 0 by the fans, so yeah, there's that. It is made for some cool anime, and of course, the trading card games. Fortunately, in real life, Yu-Gi-Oh! Doesn't play out like it does in the anime. The cards, but with massive card decks and on-brand accessories, you can get awfully close. I mean, we had dual discs that were released that I remember actually having. I bought the Battle City version, and I ended up getting the Duel Academy one at a flea market, both of which I sold because I didn't have the fucking space for them anymore. I didn't have the space for them anymore. But yeah, they had like those accessories. There's always like little monsters. I mean, I still have like a little Exodia, I think, that I've been trying to get rid of. It's cool stuff, I'm not gonna lie. It's always interesting. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is always one of my favorites, hands down. Especially the picture they have on here. You have the 3 best duelists in all of the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Series. You have Yugi Muto himself, Seto Kaiba, and of course Joey Wheeler. And anybody that knows Yu-Gi-Oh!, Joey Wheeler's name should definitely come up. He's the one that has the luck-based deck, and dear God, does he definitely play to earn it. Of course, the trading cards are a bit like mobile games. If an anime gets successful enough, a tie-in is sure to happen. And yeah, we had, I mean, hell, there's that freaking, was it Duel Links? That came out for Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember playing that for like a week and a half, and I was like, nope, I'm out. Because Duel Links was basically the speed dueling before the speed dueling came out into the actual TCG, and I was like, nope, I washed my hands of that. I mean, I still collect the cards. I've been collecting the cards to, oh, cool, this one's pretty cool. I'll hold on to this one and get rid of some of the ones that I don't want. I buy just like lots of cards off of eBay, so there is that. Or if I'm looking for one particular card, it's like, oh, okay, I'll track this one down on eBay. I mean, I know that like takes the fun out of it, but at the end of the day, it's easier just to do that than it is to go to your store, to go to your local like Walmart or Target and hope that they actually have the freaking packs there anymore, because a lot of people buy them. And plus, you have the slimy people with, and this goes for like every trading card game, like the physical adaptations of it. You have the slimy people that they'll go there with like a little portable scale in their pocket, and you can get like those really pocket-sized ones, and they'll weigh the goddamn packs. And if it's slightly heavier, they'll know there's a freaking rare card in there, there's an extra card in there. And then they take those. It's like, no, this particular one I want. I mean, I used to sit there and I used to hold it in my hand and try to feel like if it feels lucky or not. I did. You can ask my mom. I actually did that. I stayed there at the trading card section at Walmart the one time, and I'm like, okay, and I'm holding this like, oh god, this thing feels a little heavier. All right, this is the card. This is gonna be the rare one. Yes. Oh, it's not. Damn it. But yeah, so either way, it's not that bad. But yeah, I mean, trading card games are definitely a hit for anime, and until we can eventually get to the anime world, there's some good ones. Like I said, I mentioned Duel Masters, Battle Spirits, Future Card Buddy Fight. All those are good ones too. I mean, what's your favorite? I mean, is there one that I may not even know about? I mean, there were already 2 on here that I didn't know about. So, yeah, hey, let me know what you think. But it's pretty cool nonetheless. Alright, so this is a topic that I found last Saturday in the afternoon after I'd already recorded my podcast. So, this is one that I was like, man, I wish I would have had this for the podcast. Oh, well, I'm going to make it a topic for next week. And by God, it's a topic for this week. So, Nico Okawa. For those of you that probably are thinking, what the hell is that name? Who the hell is she? Well, Nico Okawa is the voice behind one of your favorite theme songs. You're probably thinking, okay, it's like, okay, Andrew, that pause was what? For us to figure out what you're talking about? Well, if you're a diehard anime fan, you probably know it. Now, I don't know if she sang it or if she just composed it or what. But either way, she says it took her approximately 2 hours to write the theme song for everybody's favorite science fiction sort of mecha series. The title in Japanese is called Zankoku no Tenshi no Thesis. For those of you in the western part of the world, that's A Cruel Angel's Thesis, the theme song for Neon Genesis Evangelion. It earned her more than 600 million yen, approximately $5,690,550 American, which, wow, first off, that's really bad, from royalties alone. But she recently revealed that after her husband expected her to buy all sorts of expensive things for him, his family, and for other women, she had about $300 in her bank account and was about $664,065.50 in debt. So, let's talk about this one. So I was reading this to my mom last week, and she was loving this, I'm not gonna lie. So, Okawa shared her story online. I'm sorry, part of a variety show she shared it on. According to her, she met her former husband, whom she called Ian, when he was 22 and she was 40. My mom immediately hit the computer desk with her hand. She could not believe that. I felt her like sort of stop. It was like okay. I'm like, yeah. He was a Turkish citizen. She was visiting Turkey at the time. Eventually, Ian said he was in love with her, and he asked her to pay for him to see her in Japan. That was a red flag. I should have been a red flag. That was a red flag. That would have been a red flag for me. Like, something's wrong here. Something's wrong here. She said he continued to ask for money for various things, from buying cars to buying land for a hotel. And when friends shared worries, what'd you figure? Why are you buying him land for a hotel? I mean, come on. That would be like all of a sudden me finding a girlfriend and she goes, Andrew, I want $50,000, to finance a string of cartoons. And I was just thinking that part from The Simpsons. When Lisa and Bart kept asking Homer for money in the episode when they got Itchy and Scratchy canceled. And it's like, can we have $150,000? And Dad's pulling it right out of his fucking wallet. And he's like, wait, what for? It's like, how the hell do you even have that wad of cash? It's like, we want to finance a hit animated cartoon. Oh, forget it. It's like, there's no way you can hold that much money in a wallet, Homer, for starters. But that's what I was thinking of when I was reading this. But apparently when her friends started sharing worries, she replied, so what? Even if I'm being scanned, all I'm losing is money. I want to repeat that again. I don't think that made enough of an impact when I read it the first time either. It's so what? Even if I am being scammed, all I'm losing is money. Wait a minute. Let me get this straight here for a second. You realize you're being scammed here by a guy that's like, pretty much old enough to be your son. Let's just go with that, right? He's pretty much old enough to be your son in a way. And he's scamming you. You're kind of worried that you're being scammed. It's like, so what? Even if I'm being scammed, all I'm losing is money. There's a lot more things you could be losing, but I would still be a little concerned over the fact that you're losing money. But after years of increased spending and the money never being paid back, despite his vows to do so, the couple got divorced. Yeah, that must have been a Eureka Hail Mary moment. That must have been the most happiest divorce, I think, in the world. I mean, I'm sorry to say it that way, but Jesus Christ. Okawa said, he seemed to be under the impression that I would keep helping him. But after we divorced, his problems weren't my business. When I told him so, he called me a traitor. Okay, yeah. I mean, that's definitely okay. Well, you just, sugar mommy cut you off. It's like, yeah, that's the spoiled heiress reply. You're a traitor. It's like you watch those TV shows with the dad that kept buying the daughter everything, and all of a sudden it's like, I'm not buying anything else for you, sweetie. I'm tapped out. You don't love me, you traitor. It's like, yeah, it's a really crappy soap opera, but still. Kawa says that she still hears from him, though, periodically. He says he still loves her and threatens to take her to court. Okay, so wait a minute. He's threatening to take you to court because you're not buying him anything anymore? I mean, what the hell? I mean, Jesus Christ. Well, you don't love me anymore. Well, I still love you. But I'm taking you to court. I want my money. He's like, what fucking money, dude? You're not entitled to anything. Jesus Christ. I feel sorry for her. I really do. But the way she words it, she brought it on herself in a way. I feel sorry for her, though. She didn't see this coming. But for the love of God. I mean, God, you're kidding me. So the but she basically lost her Evangelion royalties, which that does suck because Thesis of a Cruel Angel is one of the most popular anime theme songs next to Pokemon. I mean, you start humming this thing, people will start instantly singing along with you, just like with the Pokemon theme song. But holy crap. I mean, I would have started looking like, hey, where's my money coming back? You bought land for a hotel. I was with my money. I own part of that. I want it back. Oh, you bought cars. Hey, where'd the money come from for those? Sell them and get my money back. What the hell here? And I love how it's just buying cars. But the part that got my mom was he expected her to buy all sorts of expensive things for him, his family, and for other women. For other women. That was the red flag moment right fucking there. That's where the red flags just started shooting up like crazy. The flares started going up like, this is a bad idea. That's the part where I would be a little bit, wait, you want me to buy? I mean, that would be like me being married and my wife would be going, well, Andrew, I want you to I want you to give me some money. I want to buy some expensive stuff for these other guys. I'd be like, wait, what? wait, what? I don't what? I think I would be stuck in a heart attack on the floor right there. I'd be the part where I'd be on the ground and they'd be resuscitating me like, clear! God damn it, he's still not coming back. What the hell did you tell him? I just wanted him to give me $150 million so I could buy some guys some stuff. Oh my God, lady, what the hell did you do to the poor guy? Oh, Jesus, he's coding! That would be the part for me right there. I'd be coding. They would know what to do. That'd be bad. That would be bad. But no, I mean, I feel sorry for her, I really do, but holy crap. I mean, you kind of brought this on yourself in a way. I do feel sorry for you, but holy, I mean, at least you took back control. It's like, his problems aren't my concern anymore. I don't care about your problems anymore. Way to go! It took you how long to realize that his problems aren't your problem? It's like, how long did that take you to realize? Too damn long, right? Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, this is. I will admit, if I would have saw this early enough last week, this would have been my topic. This would have been in last week's podcast for sure. I would have bumped the topic for this, but nope, this is in this week's. This one, this is a good topic. I'm not gonna lie, this is a good one. All right, so this is definitely gotta go under the category of, I don't know if it should go under oops or uh-oh. But apparently a 42-year-old man in the I'm going to mispronounce this, I know this, Okayama Prefecture has been arrested for creating unlicensed cards based on Demon Slayer. Now, for those of you that don't know, Demon Slayer is extremely popular. Let's put it fucking mildly. It is extremely That's put it mildly. Yeah, basically, that's putting it mildly. Alright, so basically, yeah, this is, alright, so here we go. So, the cards were made to look like, Japanese driver's licenses with various characters from the series, basically emblazoned on the card. The expiration dates are references to the series. For example, Nizoku says valid until turned back into human. So, that's always going to be fun. Kind of clever, but totally unlicensed. The man was arrested after selling the Demon Slayer cards online from December 2019 to February 2020 for 1,000 yen a piece. His excuse? I didn't think it was illegal. I mean, there is, like, fan-made stuff. If you would have said this is a fan-made, you know, product, maybe, you would have been, you know, okay, maybe. But, no, I think he wasn't saying that it was fan-made. I think it's just, like, you know, full-on. Because I know there are a lot of people that don't make, like, fan-made cards. I mean, look at the Hunter x Hunter licenses. I mean, those are fan-made. You can clearly tell that those are fan-made. Unless they bought them, like, you know, from a massive wholesaler and they're just sending them out that way. And either way, I mean, you can sell fan-made stuff without infringing on the copyright, but it's a very gray area, though, too. But Demon Slayer, though, is, of course, the popular manga-turned-anime series, turned record-breaking film that's still playing in Japanese theaters. And Funimation describes it as follows. It's the Taisho period in Japan. Tenjiro, a kind-hearted boy who sells charcoal for a living, finds his family slaughtered by a demon. To make matters worse, his younger sister, Nizuku, the sole survivor, has been transformed into a demon. Though devastated by this grim reality, Tenjiro resolves to become a demon slayer to turn his sister back and kill the demon that massacred his family. That's freaking it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie here. This is actually, I mean, they look really good in the picture, but it's unlicensed, so you know, first off, that it's illegal. You didn't think it was illegal, that's fine. You could easily say, look, there's a gray area in this, because you could say it was fan-made, and it could suddenly be considered, oh, well, no, you can't do fan-made stuff for something that's popular. But there's, like, Hunter x Hunter stuff where people made, like, fan-made cards, there's, like, stickers for them. But then again, there's a lot of this stuff that you get wholesale that other people sell out. So, like, if you find something on, like, eBay or something, somebody can go, yeah, you know, this is what this is this and that. So, it's one of those, you know, it is a gray area. Is it something that you should do wholeheartedly? Hell, fucking no. Don't just start making stuff and going, oh, well, I didn't know it was illegal. I mean, that would be like somebody making their own money. That's like printing money. That's called counterfeiting. And then they just go, and they get caught for it, and they go, I didn't know it was illegal. But as far as this is concerned, there is a gray area. Because if you look at, like, Etsy, there are a lot of, like, fan-made stuff on there that's similar to, like, something in the, you know, like, in the series. Like, oh, well, for cosplay and stuff like that. So, there is that, but if there's like officially licensed products like this out there and you're making your fan made one, then they're gonna get a little pissed off because you're technically infringing on their copyright in a way. So, well, technically no, you're infringing on a period, but there is that sort of thing here. But you figure 42 years old, he should have at least fucking known that. I would assume he would have known that. But I mean, it's not the end of the world. Per se, but still, it's not exactly the what I'd like to call eureka moment here, where you don't think you're gonna get busted for this, where oh no, you're gonna get busted for this, you're gonna get busted hard for this one. Yeah, I mean it sucks, but this happens. But I like this though. Some of the comments that were my favorite. The one goes, I don't understand this stuff. I understand not taking funds from the creators, but some things are just fan-made for fun, and you can make some money on the side for something you're passionate about. Maybe they're just more strict over there. Here in America, we have millions of fan-made merchandise being sold across hundreds of conventions and online stores. I go to conventions myself and buy merchandise made by others to support their own business, creating things they are passionate and happy doing. No offense, but I have liked more fan-made and that shows its own unique style and personality over. I want to read the rest of this. Let's see. Over a lot of other merchandise that's usually overpriced anyway. I mean, it's free advertising to express the joy of specific shows, movies, and characters. I think some people are just blowing things up just to blow up. Demon Slayer has made a huge profit, huge in it, capital letters, from official merchandise, manga, anime, especially the movie hasn't even been released over here yet, so that will be more, and etc. The creators are far from hurting financially. Like I said, it's just more over there because it's hard to get away with or something. And then there's also the fact that Japanese copyright law is pretty strict. You have to deal with the fact that when it comes to anime and manga, they will heavily come down on people that are infringing on those. Yeah, it's... And that's the kicker here. That's the other article in here, too. The other comment, I should say. Is, why was this guy arrested? This is crazy. The headline should read, Japanese crazy law arresting man for making and selling fan art. Yeah, but at the same time, there might already be something licensed out there. So somebody might be seeing this as, oh, well, I can get this one cheaper, but there's already something similar out there and you can't discern the two apart. That creates a problem in the long stretch of things. Like I said, yeah, over here in the States, yeah, we have a shit ton of fan-made stuff. Go to conventions, go to Etsy, go to frickin' eBay, and even Amazon. You will find fan-made stuff for some of your favorite shows and series. But when it comes to over in Japan, there's a lot there's a lot to be begged on that. It's never a good thing, but yeah, there's a fine line over there that's pretty damning, pretty quick. But yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with this in a way. I mean, I would have just given the guy a freaking warning. I wouldn't have arrested him. But you have to remember, when it comes to anime and manga, that's a pretty huge moneymaker over there. And the whole royalties thing, remember, it's not so much that the creators of the show are getting rich off of it, it's the distributors and the license holders that are getting rich off of this, like Shueisha, Funimation. They're the ones getting rich off of this. It's not, oh, well, the creator's getting rich. No, the creator's getting a decent living to a point. The animators are getting screwed over, though. Like always, the manga creator is the one that's making a bit more money if it's massively successful. But remember, it's the distributors and the license holders. They're the ones that are getting the huge chunk of the cheese here because they're the ones that are putting in the time and effort. Then the other chunk of the cheese goes to the creator because, if that were to get out, oh my God, there would be massive dry-ups everywhere then. But then, of course, so on and so forth. But I mean, I see both sides on this one. I can understand their point of you can't sell unlicensed product, but at the same time, it's fan-made. So, I mean, I don't know. It's one of those, it might have just been too well made. If you would have made it look slightly different or altered some aspect of it to make it fan-made, I don't think you would have had an issue. But, yeah, this is just what you call, I would not have done it. I would have double and triple checked the law first and called it a day then. But, to each their own, I guess. Weird shit happens, stuff happens, but, hopefully going forward, it won't be a problem, I hope. But, yeah, you never know. Plus, it could also just be because it's extremely popular and it's instant red flag for any possible, oh my God, you're copywriting off of our stuff, you're infringing on it. Dear God, stop it now. It's too popular. Yeah, so who knows, but, it could be any of those things. Alright, so this is an interesting one. Apparently the sprawling 2D world crafting game Terraria, or I'm going to spell it out here quick, Terraria, has been ported almost everywhere. One place it won't be going, though, Stadia. At least according to one of its creators, who recently took to Twitter to cancel the streaming version of the game after he says, and I quote, Google locked him out of all of his accounts. Well, that's it. That's when you have no chance in hell anymore. That's it. We're done. We're screwed. Bye-bye, folks. We're over. I absolutely have not done anything to violate your terms of service, so I can take this no other way than you deciding to burn this bridge. Andrew Spinks, who made Terraria, along with a handful of other developers as part of the indie studio Relogic, wrote on Twitter, apparently. Consider it burned. Hashtag Terraria for @Google Stadia is canceled. My company will no longer support any of your platforms moving forward. According to Spinks, and it's SPINKS, by the way, he's been unable to get into any of his Google accounts for over 3 weeks now. This includes Google Drive, Gmail, his YouTube channel, thousands of, that was a slip of the tongue, thousands of dollars worth of apps on his smartphone, and any social media purchased from the company. I had just bought Lord of the Rings 4K and can't finish it, Spinks wrote, adding that Google has been giving him the runaround, and he has no idea why his accounts were disabled. Google and Spinks did not immediately respond to a request for a comment, though, according to Kotaku. So this is kind of, seeing as the Stadia is basically screwed as it is, so it's one of those, I take that as a good thing. You're, getting off the sinking ship here. Terraria, and I know I'm mispronouncing it, I'm just going to keep saying it that way. Terraria originally came out in 2011 for PC. It has been getting regular updates ever since, including a final major expansion called Journey's End that went live last year. It's also been ported to 3 different Sony consoles, 3 different Nintendo consoles, both Mac OS and Linux, and even Windows Phone, the smartphone operating system that Microsoft shut down back in 2015. That's all I remember that. Stadia was the next logical place for a game which has already sold over 30 million copies. A port hadn't officially been announced, though, but last week fans found a new Stadia PEGI rating, basically, it'd be PEGI rating for the game. Now it's canceled. Kotaku reported last week that Google had recently canceled all of its own Stadia projects, closing both of its new game studios and upending the work of roughly 150 developers in the process, according to a source familiar with Stadia's operations. And I talked about that last week. I will not be involved with this corporation that values their customers and partners so little, Spinks wrote in his final tweet from the thread. Doing business with you is a liability. Ooh! But I like how the one comment here is like, Google is enormous. I think it's highly unlikely that they have connected the dots between his what sounds like personal Google accounts getting locked and that he's developing a game for Stadia. I'd be mad at Google for giving me the runaround too, but I don't think it's anything personal on their end related to the game. I know they probably figured out we're just done with you entirely. But yeah, I just love that. You're a liability. Doing business with you is a liability. Ooh, that is a bird. So that kind of sucks. I mean, you get locked out of all your Google stuff. They're not giving you an answer why. First off, I mean, you want my honest opinion with this right now? I would go find a lawyer. I'd have the lawyer just have the lawyer send Google a letter, and that'll instantly go, oh shit. I mean, that you want to know a reason, they're not telling you anything. I would, honest to God, I would just go find a lawyer, have the lawyer send a freaking letter to Google to find out what the fuck's going on, and problem solved. At least for the main part, because you figure you'll get an answer then. Google will find out, oh, crap, we screwed him over. Uh-oh. And that's bad news. Google doesn't like that. But, yeah, that's, holy shit, that's horrible. But yeah, I mean, I know that Stadia kind of screwed themselves over. They're shutting everything down. Like I said, I talked about that last week. So there is that whole ordeal going on. But in the grand scheme of things, I mean, granted, okay, Google shuts down, Stadia is screwed, everything goes to pot. Well, in the long run, yeah, you're screwed. You're out, like, all the time and effort you developed the game with. But at the same time, you're not exactly up shit creek. So it's one of those give and take sort of deals. But yeah, I'd still be no offense, I'd be pissed either way if all of a sudden my personal Google accounts were fucking locked up on me because I was creating a freaking Google game to port to one of Google's platforms, and all of a sudden it's like, my accounts are all locked up. What the fuck? What the fuck, Google? And yeah, I'd be pissed. That would literally be, I'm getting a lawyer. I would just talk to a lawyer and have a lawyer send a letter, find out what the hell's going on. It's like, look, I've tried being nice about this. That's honestly like what I would do at this point. I would just send Google, I would have a lawyer send Google a letter and go, hey, what's going on here? My client can't access any of their personal accounts. You're refusing to tell them why. We are demanding to know why. Respond. Just a letter, I think, from the lawyer would be enough to have Google go, oh, shit, we didn't mean to do that. Oh, that's our bad. But, yeah, I mean, then again, getting the article out there for people to find out about it, that's another good way, too. I mean, I'm talking about it, so, yeah. But either way, that's bad. I feel sorry for you. I really do. All right, everybody, that's going to do it then this week for the Absolutely Completely Random podcast. It's been a wonderful time here with everybody this week. Like I said, I don't know. Like I said, back at the start of February, or actually late last year when I did the Q&A, last month, not last year. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a Q&A for February, but feel free to submit your questions for the next Q&A. I'm adding them to a list, so feel free to submit your questions. Yeah, check out some of my other videos I have up. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I did put up a new Andrew Rants video where I rant about the weird-ass shonen anime that I don't think should have ever existed. It's a fucking nightmare and a half. I thought it was a fever dream, but apparently it exists, so that's not a good sign. I do have some other videos that will be coming out, hopefully in the coming weeks, so stay tuned. But to make sure that you're up to date for this, don't forget to ring the notification bell and like, comment, subscribe, or just subscribe and ring the bell so you can be notified. Check out my Twitter page, @OtakuRoads. Check out the website, our 18 Facebook page. I try to keep both those up to date. I know I didn't share the newest video up there. I kind of forgot because I had a difficult time uploading it. I don't know why. Just didn't want to upload right, but yeah. So anyway, feel free to check those out, and until next week, I'm Andrew Rhodes. This has been the Absolutely Completely Random podcast, and I am out of here! Catch you all on the flip side, and I'll see you next week. Stay safe, stay healthy, and bye-bye, everybody.